Hello friends, I am so excited to share this vlog with you. Today is Saturday the 1st of March and I am going to Melbourne Fashion Festival with a girlfriend. Not sponsored, I've bought my own ticket. I am going to be watching a show or a talk about timeless style, and I thought I'd take you along with me and share, if I can, some of the footage with you. The outfit of the day is something that I bought recently and that you may have seen in a previous video. I bought it from Maya. I know it was a splurge. This, I have to say, was a splurge, but I had a gift card and I had some award points to go with it, and they were having a spend a certain amount and got a third off. So I couldn't say no to it. Let me turn you around and show you the outfit. It's a gorgeous country road silk and linen blend dress. Look at the detailing of it. It's got a beautiful shine to it. Buttons down the side, all the way down. And it just looks so elegant. I'm accessorizing it with my Zara beads that I got last year that I wore for Christmas Eve, actually, with another black dress. And I thought that these just looked perfect with this dress. I feel so stylish and pulled together and really chic. Anyway, I've got to head off. I am going to an event. Okay, completely not sponsored. I bought my own ticket, but hey, it's a start, right? I've never gone to an event like this, so I'm super excited to go and to take you along with me. This weekend was supposed to be quite easygoing. We didn't have anything planned. All I had was Saturday, I was going to an event with my friend. It was called Ageless Style and it was held at, sorry, I've got my notes here, but Louis wants to sit on my lap and he wants cuddles. You have to stay still, Louis. I don't think my viewers want to see your bottom. Come sit here. So the whole of this week, I think, is going to be a Melbourne Fashion Festival. And I got it confused. I thought it was Melbourne Fashion Week. My daughter corrected me and said, no, that's in October. So anyway, so when tickets came up for sale to these events or to events as part of this festival, I decided to buy some and just spoil myself and go out with my daughters and go out with my friend. So the first event was on Saturday and it was Ageless Style, held by Julie Goodwin, who's a couture designer based in Albert Park. I don't know what I expected. I've never been to an event, a fashion festival event, so I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what to wear. I basically just bought the tickets. They sounded good, so I invited my girlfriend to come with me, and it was just a day out for the both of us. It was held at the Langham in South Bank, and it was scheduled to run for between 1 and 3, and they were going to provide afternoon tea, high tea as it turned out. It was delicious. Julie Goodwin is a couture designer based in Albert Park, Melbourne, and she created this event called Ageless Style to look at fashion for a more mature audience. And what she did was she invited 3 of friends of hers or models that she knew to pick and choose 2 different designs or from her collection and style them to suit their own individual style. And I came away from it with so many ideas of how I can incorporate her style or her tips into my style that I can share with you. Basically, the aim of this event was to remind us that style is ageless. You can have it when you're 15, you can have it when you're 30, you can have it when you're 95. It comes from within, but also it's how we express ourselves through clothes, through fashion.
What is it that makes you take the leap to make a new purchase, especially now that you've curated such a collection?
Yeah, that is actually a good question. I think it's always worth investing in beautiful pieces that are timeless. But I think you always bring them to the modern age by the way you style them. And so I do have a lot of old pieces, and they're like my old friends. So, you know, I'll let the rest for a bit. I'll give them back out and say, hello, I haven't seen you for ages. How are you? Like, it's just beautiful. But I'll restyle them and I'll make them, give them a whole new look. But I do like to invest in really well-made pieces. You know, I'm obsessed with coats.
Anyway, it was lovely to see these pieces because it gave me some ideas of how to use some of the nice pieces that I have in my wardrobe and in your wardrobe too going forward, to make the most of them and not to leave them for a special occasion or to save them for, you know, for another day. Basically, her message was use the pieces that you have in your wardrobe, style them, wear them every day, because quality pieces are meant to last a distance, and also they're meant to be enjoyed. It's no point buying, you know, a really nice jacket and then wearing it once in a blue moon for a special occasion. You can dress it down and just wear it to go out, go out to the shops, but just enjoy your pieces. And it gave me, it reminded me to get out of my rut and basically stop following a formula when I get dressed, as in, you know, wear pants and a top, but to just add a nice piece just to dress up an outfit and to get out of our rut. As we age, I find, or personally, I speak for myself, I find that I've gotten into a habit of wearing things that I know suit me, but not playing with the pieces that I have in my wardrobe. So I'll buy a hat, I'll buy scarves, I'll buy belts, but very rarely will I include all of those pieces in an outfit to put together and style just to, you know, go to the shops. For that, I'll just wear my, you know, I might dress up and wear some nice sneakers and a pair of slacks and a shirt, but it has to be almost like a special occasion where I have to go to a nice destination in order to dress up. Otherwise, in my everyday, I tend to be quite lazy. And I'm sure I'm not the only one like that. You know, you sort of wear what you know suits you and fits you and you know is going to make you look good, or it's going to do the job rather than, you know, be extravagant and out there. So this event was lovely. I really enjoyed it. And I met a lovely lady who became a subscriber, Nolene, and her group of friends. There were 5 other ladies. She asked us to join her at her table. And it was just lovely to chat with women who are, well, I would say she's probably a good 10 plus years older than me, but just to see how they dressed and how they embraced fashion even at a later stage in life than my girlfriend and I is just so inspiring. And it gave me an opportunity to reflect on, you know, going forward, how do I dress? Today's not a good day. I went to the car race, I'm just wearing a t-shirt and pants and sneakers, but going forward to try and incorporate nicer pieces in my wardrobe so that in my everyday styling, so that those pieces don't go to waste, because I know my girls are not going to like them one day when I'm gone, and they'll just end up at recycling centers. And what for? If I've liked it, I shouldn't save things for, you know, another day or a better day or a special day or a special occasion. Wear it, get dressed up and enjoy the pieces that you have as often as you possibly can. So that was Saturday. Then Saturday became even more momentous because I was tagged on Instagram by Morgan McMurran, who is a writer, a US writer, and she had written a piece on Parade Media, which is a publisher in the United States, and she'd written an article called The 7 Best Over 50 Fashion Influencers on YouTube, and she had put me as number 5. Little Deborah after 50 in Australia. To say that I was flattered and honoured and it's just an understatement. It was just, wow. It was a surreal moment. I had no idea that it had happened until she told me. She'd actually posted it, I think, on the 22nd or the 25th of Feb, and I didn't know anything about her. If she hadn't taken me, I wouldn't have known and been any of the wiser. So then I shared that with you on Instagram and on YouTube because it was just such a surreal moment. It was just something completely unexpected. After the event, we came home. My girlfriend and I went home, and that night, my husband decided to, honor. My family decided to honor not only the fact that I had been mentioned in a internet, like an overseas publication, but also I'd reached 50,000 subscribers on my main channel and 1,000 subscribers on this channel, which is unbelievable. Thank you. I couldn't do what I do without you who have subscribed and watched my videos and my content. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I could not have imagined 3 years ago, when I started this journey on YouTube, to present an alternative look and voice to women in social media, that it would lead to, having a following over 50,000 women, in my community. So thank you for that. So anyway, so my husband wanted to acknowledge this occasion, and we just went out to Lygon Street and had a pizza with my girls and my son-in-law, and we just celebrated chill, in a relaxed manner, and just took it easy. Yes, that's what I mean. On Sunday, I took it easy and I caught up on my washing, but I made Osso Buco, and I thought I'd take you along with me and show you how I make Osso Buco. If you don't know what it is, that's like a shin bone with a marrow inside, which when you cook it slowly just melts away, and it's delicious. I make it almost like a ragu, and I'll show you what I did. We were having this discussion in the car because my girls are going to Italy, and so they're teasing me about how to say certain things in Italy. And one thing that they were asking was, what's the translation of Osso Buco? And I said, well, the literal translation of Osso Buco is bone whole. And so, well, that set them off into a fit of giggles. But literally, when you translate a word literally, that's what it is. You then have to find the correct alternative for the language in English, which I think the closest thing is shin bone, as an alternative to what the Osso Buco is called. So anyway, so I've got that recipe, so I'll insert that here for you. Start by adding a good drizzle of olive oil to a fry pan with 2 large onions. I'm going to saute these until they just caramelize a little bit, and then put them in a slow cooker. Today I am making Osso Buco. Chop up a few garlic cloves. I like a rustic chop. This is plenty. And then put it into the frying pan and give it a little bit of a stir. I don't mind if the onions go a little bit brown. It just adds some extra flavour. A couple more minutes, and I'm going to add them to my slow cooker. Next, I add some flour, salt, and pepper. Looks like a lot. And then I'm going to take my beautiful Osso Buco steaks, dry them on some kitchen paper, and then dunk them in the flour to coat them both sides, edges, coat it again. These are really nice fun. I always make sure when I buy Osso Buco steaks that I get the butcher to show me both sides of the bone, because I want to actually be able to see the marrow inside the bone. I don't like it. I've bought in the past just a big chunk of bone. It looks like that at the start, so it looks like it's got marrow in the middle, and then you turn it over and the steak is all bone, and I feel that's just a waste. I'm not buying bones, I'm buying the meat around it, but I do want the marrow in the bone. And now I'm just going to fry these off. I do have a few more to go, but my pan isn't big enough to take all of them, so I'll just fry these off first. And while I was waiting for the oil to heat up, I finished coating the rest of the steaks. So let's put them in there. And I just put them in there until they go a little bit brown. See what I mean? They don't all fit in the pan that I have. I just cover it with a lid just to let them heat up a little bit more inside. And yeah, let them cook until they go brown, and then put them into the slow cooker. And while that's happening, I clean up this mess. Hey, you see it bunches up. It doesn't matter. I just want to get a little bit of colour, that colour, because that colour will seep into the onions and give the sauce in the slow cooker a bit of colour. Once they're cooked, or as in coloured, I then add a bottle of passata. And look, if you don't have passata, I've used canned tomatoes before too. I put 2 or 3 cans of chopped up canned tomatoes. I've said mutti is my favourite. And then, because I've got them, I'm adding my passata. This is the first batch that I made, and you can see that the colour is a little bit more orange than red. Let me just rinse these out so I can get every last bit of juice out of them. And I cover it basically, and I've got it on low. It's now almost 10 o'clock, and I'll keep it on low for a few hours, say till about 2 o'clock. Dinner is going to be around about 6:30. So I plan on cooking it for a good 8 hours. So I set it and forget it. I'll put some spices and herbs and things in it later. But the passata has already got some spices in it. So I'll let it cook down for a little bit, check the flavouring in about 4 hours, and take it from there. If only there was smell-o-vision. Oh, this is smelling divine. I haven't touched it. These are all the juices that come out of the meat. I'm just going to turn this over, stir it up a little bit, and just let it go. This has been now 2.5 hours. I forgot to put some bay leaves in it, so I'll do that now. But look at the juices. Yum. It's been now a good 7 hours since this started cooking, and I think it's pretty much ready to go. There we go. I'm just going to taste it and see if it's good for salt and spices. Yeah, I can see that the meat. See how it breaks up so easily there? Okay, good. It's so tender. It needs a little bit of chili. And a little bit of salt. And then I've made a bit of a gremolata, which, I call it gremolata, but it's really just grated lemon rind and parsley, just to give it a little bit of a freshness and a bit of a lift to the taste. But this is pretty much got another 2 hours and it's ready to go. Yum. And that's the gremolata that I've made. And I'll sprinkle that on top of it at the end. Yum, yum. This is ready. Time to add some freshness to it with some parsley and lemon zest. Yum. Time to dish up. And then on a Monday night, my girls and I went to the opening of Melbourne Fashion Festival. No, I wasn't anyone's guest except my own. I bought my own tickets and the tickets for my girls. I'd actually bought them for them for Valentine's Day. Every year I try and give my daughters a present for Valentine's Day because, well, I see Valentine's Day as a day to tell your loved ones that you love them. Of course, we tell each other every day, but on Valentine's Day, it's one of that, marketing thing that we all do. We sort of celebrate Valentine's Day. We don't go crazy, but this year I decided to buy them tickets for the Melbourne Fashion Festival opening night, and we went last night. Well, let me tell you, I thought I got dressed up. I bought a dress from Maya, especially for it. It was highly reduced, and I felt really chic in it. It was a beautiful, I'll insert a photo here. It was a beautiful olive green dress that I styled with nude accessories, and then I ended up putting my red pearl necklaces that I bought from Zara last summer there as a statement piece. And I thought I looked very chic. Well, for anyone who's actually been to a fashion event, you'll probably know where I'm going with this. I was so underdressed. No one wanted to take my picture, for one thing. And two, there were such flamboyant personalities and outfits, and I just spent the whole night just watching what everyone else was wearing and just taking ideas, because I know I'm going to go next year, and next year we are going to be prepared for the event. We are going to go all out. And if I can get tickets for Melbourne Fashion Week, then I know I can be prepared for that. I mean, people were wearing full-on costumes to this event. There was a VIP tent that, no, I didn't get access to, held by Luxury Escapes. After all the Luxury Escapes holidays that my husband and I and my family have taken, I think they should have invited me to that tent, but obviously not. And also L'Oreal had a section in that, a place in that VIP section. But then there was also a L'Oreal stand where you could take photos, and they gave you some free samples of their iconic products. And there was also a gelato bar that was sponsored and held by Westfield Doncaster. And so if you checked in, they gave you an ice cream, and you got a gift card or a card. And we got a $100 voucher from Victoria something rather, but I don't think I'm going to be able to use it, because even $100 off that label, that label is quite expensive. Her pieces start at like $500, $600, so $100 off is quite, it's quite an expensive entry point for a dress they're beautiful, mind you. Whenever I go to Doncaster, I check them out and I dream about having an occasion to be able to wear something like that. But her dresses are absolutely beautiful, but outside my price range, even with a $100 gift voucher or, discount code. So anyway, it was fun to attend. And then we went to the opening ceremony, started at 8:30, and it was held by Harper's Bazaar, and it was showcasing a number of fashion brands like Age and Bianca Spender and Gail Saranda, McGraw, Manning Cartel, Ngali, Romance Was Born, and Victoria and Woods. Beautiful brands. And what I got out of it was style for this season, for autumn, winter, is a combination. There are completely romantic pieces with lots of lace and lots of frills. There was also some deconstructed pieces that, to my uneducated eye, looked like the items hadn't been finished, but obviously they were a fashion statement. And then there were some pieces that were very classic pieces. So what I got out of it was that the classic traditional style is back this winter. The colours were quite muted. It was nothing really extravagant. Burgundy is still back. There's a hint of red. There's blue, beige, green, olive green is in, or it was showcased. So I can't speak for all the other brands, but the brands that were there showcased those colours. Shoes were pretty much flat and quite comfortable in appearance. I loved it. But what I loved more about it, or the best thing that I liked about it, was the diversity of models that I actually got to see in the catwalk. Obviously, 80% of them were your traditional young, slim, tall, beautiful models, but 20% of the remainder was made up of non-Anglo-Saxon, plus size shapes, older women, multinational cultures and backgrounds. And it was really good to see that although it wasn't 50-50, we are getting there when it comes to promoting a diversity in fashion that's more relevant to the majority of people in the environment, in our culture, in our, around us. I don't know how long it will take before, fashion catches up to the real world, but I guess part of fashion is aspirational. Not that everyone wants to be young and skinny and beautiful, but I think it's aspirational in the sense that we all want to wear nice things and look good and feel comfortable in the clothes that we wear. So my takeaway from it was, from this fashion festival and the two events that I attended, excuse me, my takeaway from it was to make the most of the pieces that you have in your wardrobe and not to leave them for a special occasion. And also to find the pieces that work for you and use them so that you feel comfortable. And make the most of every day. I know, and I'm talking to myself here, because I know that on those days that I'm working from home, it's not often that I choose to wear something nice. For example, last week I was editing all day, but it was a warm day and I thought, no, bugger it, I'm going to wear my new pieces that I got from Dharma Bums. I bought them with my own money, not sponsored, but I love the look of it. And I felt so chic in those two pieces. They're just leisure wear, but I felt so chic in them that I decided, nope, I'm going to go out in these because I feel good. I feel comfortable, but I feel like I look good in them. So make the most of the pieces. And as I said, I'm talking to myself. I'm going to make more of an effort to make sure that even on those days that it's just me working at home, that I use my nice pieces that I have and not save them for another day, for, when I'm going to go out. Because, we are important. I am important to myself. And as I walk past the mirror and I check myself out, I like looking at myself and thinking, actually, good on you. You made an effort today. You put on makeup and you styled your hair. Though, don't look at that. I filmed a reel and it's gone flat. But make the most of the piece that you have, not for anyone else, but for yourself, so that, I don't know, if I look good, I feel good. It might be vain, I don't know. I just put it down to being a female, and I feel like the majority of women want to look and feel good in our own skin. Anyway, I'm not sure where this video was going or what the aim is going to be or what the title is going to be, but I thought I'd catch up with you about my weekend in the fashion industry as a non-sponsored, non-invited creator, and what my take was from it for the whole weekend. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you had a fabulous day. Let me know if you've attended any of the events held in Melbourne for the Melbourne Fashion Festival. I'm curious to know what other opportunities there might be there for next year for me to look out for. Until next time, my friends, have a fabulous day wherever you are. Bye.